Assalamualaikum. My name is BINTI and my topic for my video assignment is patriarchy and women's roles in family life. The reason why I chose this topic is because I have witnessed a close female relative being mistreated for her entire childhood due to the patriarchy that's prevalent in our society. Now, what is patriarchy, you may ask? Patriarchy is a social system where power, authority, and positions of leadership are predominantly held by men, often leading to male privilege and the oppressions of women. This can be seen in many areas of life, including family life. In the Malaysian context, traditionally, women are the caretakers. They cook, clean, raise the children, and are expected to be filial towards their husbands and even their mothers-in-law. Despite how these traditional roles are inherently negative, society uses it as a tool to manipulate and exploit women by setting them as rigid standards from the moment they're born. Girls are expected to know how to cook and clean and are seen as weaker than boys. Their ideas, opinions, and dreams are often dismissed, while sons are prioritized in education as they are seen as more intelligent and worth the investment. This mistreatment is deliberately used to reinforce the idea that a woman is only valuable as a wife and mother. Causes of the problem. 1. Cultural and religious norms. In Southeast Asia, most societies are predominantly patriarchal. The common belief is that the girls are born to be fed throughout their lives, while boys are born to earn and support the whole family. This leads families to view boys as more useful since they are expected to work and give back to the family. Such views are tied to the cultural value of filial piety, which is also emphasized in Islamic teachings derived from the Quran and Hadith. However, these teachings are often misused to justify mistreatment. For example, girls are told they must do all the housework, while boys are excused because it's a woman's job and it pleases their parents. Number 2, colonialism research shows that while patriarchy was not completely absent in the pre-colonial era of Southeast Asia, it became more dominant after the arrival of European colonizers who spread their culture and religion. Their influence intensified patriarchal systems in countries like Malaysia. Colonial powers believed the societies they ruled should adopt their own values, so they imposed patriarchal systems where they were weak or absent. Missionaries, colonial administrators, and army officers worked to establish male-dominated governance structures, reducing women's authority and reinforcing the idea of male superiority. One major theoretical perspective related to this issue is the feminist perspective, a branch of the conflict perspective that focuses on inequality between men and women. From this view, the family is not a neutral institution, but a place where gender inequality is reproduced. In Southeast Asia, families are often patriarchal, with men as heads of households and women expected to take on caregiving roles. This division of labor makes women economically dependent and limits their decision-making power. Feminist theory shows how these roles are reinforced by cultural and religious norms such as inheritance practices, prioritizing men's education, and expecting women to put family before careers. It also challenges the structures that keep women subordinate. From a sociological perspective, a solution to the patriarchy is to promote gender equality through policies, education, and religion. Since gender roles are socially constructed, they can be reshaped. Schools can teach shared responsibilities. Governments can enforce legal reforms to protect women's rights. And in Malaysia, religious leaders can emphasize values of fairness and respect. Together, these institutions can encourage more equal roles in the family while preserving cultural and spiritual traditions. In conclusion, patriarchy gives men more power while limiting women's roles, and in Malaysia it often places women as caretakers and men as providers. This unequal system is shaped by cultural norms, religious interpretations, and the legacy of colonialism. From the feminist perspective, the family is a place where such inequalities are reproduced. A sociological solution is to promote equality through education, legal reforms, and religious teachings that stress fairness and respect. By using these institutions, society can work towards more equal roles for women in family life. That is all from me. Thank you.